with Rob Weller. And now, here's Rob.
Our next guest is he's really familiar to all of you who are comedic fans. He's acted in a few little ditties like, let's see, Reno 911, Curb Your Enthusiasm. I've heard of that one.
Little show.
Yeah, Halfway House. I've heard of that one. And for you young kids listening who really should be in bed.
That's probably your main demo, too, let's be honest.
Right. He's the dad on Disney's Dog with a Blog and does a little movie reviewing for the Mark Germain radio show as a member of the Sunday Groundlings. Please welcome Regan Burns. Regan.
What a crowd you guys have just slightly off camera.
You know,
Speaking of,
is this on?
I heard one of your credits was Reno 911. Did you do a few of those?
Yeah, I did.
Recurring character or different parts?
No, I did the same character. I was a scoutmaster. And the great
Perverted, I assume.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the great thing about Rob and those guys over there is that they'll do kind of what they have planned in mind. Like they go, oh, here's the scenario. And the scenario was I was a scout troop. We were out shooting out in the desert. And I have a troop of 38 children. And I've lost them, like every single one. And I'm just out wandering. And we'll do that, and we'll improv it, and we'll get it done for about a half hour. And then they will literally turn to you and go, got anything else in mind?
Yeah.
And you go, what if this was the scenario? So we ended up doing like a rattlesnake bite thing, and we brought in some of the other officers, you know, Cedric and them came in and did stuff with us. So then what they'll do is they'll have like 2 or 3 hours of footage of different scenarios with you, and they could plop that into, that was the great thing about Reno, is there was no storyline. They would just go, hey, you know what, we got 5 seconds here, we got 2 minutes here, let's put in a minute of that.
So how was going through Groundlings? Isn't that a pretty rigorous process?
Well, I went through a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm pretty old. I was in the generation like right after like Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan and Molly Shannon and all those guys. And I was actually in with Cheryl Hines, Oscar Nunez from The Office. That was kind of my class. And you know, it's a factory over there in some ways. It's like any place. You get out of it what you put into it.
Yeah.
Great teaching. Yeah, is it a kind of a drawn-out process, and is it at times peers voting on peers, which is never necessarily a great thing, unless you're up for an Emmy, which our show is. And I think peer voting is fantastic.
very nice.
Little plug.
What's that, Halfway House?
No, Dog with a Blog.
Oh, Dog with a Blog. That's right, it is up for an Emmy.
We got an Emmy nomination this year.
Dog with a Blog. I know. Who was smoking something in Colorado that happens to work for Disney?
Colorado.
Yeah. Well, they certainly weren't doing it over at the Disney lot, Andrew.
Yeah, it's a name,
but it's a great little premise. The family discovers the dog can talk.
The kids.
Yeah, the kids discover the dog can talk.
Yes. Yeah.
But then there's another layer.
There's a whole nother. We took it. Anyone could do a talking animal.
Anybody
Rob.
can do a talking
We've
animal.
been down there.
Willard.
Wilfred.
Mr. Ed.
Willard, too, that was the rat.
Willard the rat, I don't know if he talked. He just ate people. But.
Yeah, Wilfred.
Kids, I have a surprise for you. His name is Stan. He's a rescue from the shelter. Coming soon to Disney Channel.
Thank you, I've always wanted a dog.
There's just one little thing. Give me this stinking food! I'm drooling a pool over here!
Did he just talk?
No. I mean, Wolf?
We just killed my mom and dad. I couldn't bear to lose you, buddy.
This is awesome!
Who can blog?
I'm finally part of a family.
Stan can talk. No, he can't. Okay.
Dog with a Blog. Disney Channel's all-new comedy premieres Friday, October 12th at 9:40, 8:40 Central on Disney Channel.
No, so the dog can blog.
The dog sneaks on the computer at night
and blogs.
Has a blog. And apparently it's a very popular blog.
What does the dog blog about?
He blogs about the lessons that he's learned about family.
Yes.
By living with us.
Right.
And I
just in case this goes into syndication on the Hallmark Channel.
I play a child psychologist, and we are, to give Disney some credit, we are the first time on their network we've done a blended family story. So I have 2 kids coming into the show, and my wife, Beth Littleford, who's from The Daily Show, very funny woman, has a child as well. And so a lot of it's, you know, this because that's the world we live in.
Hello.
You got siblings that are suddenly forced together and how they deal with each other. So, you know, there's some nice undercurrents. And, I mean, our writing staff, our directing staff, it's all people from, like, Frasier, Taxi, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I mean, these guys have been doing it forever. So
Forever,
we got some, for a kid show, and I think we do it pretty smart. And we got some pretty smart writers and staff and directors as well.
I don't think we got to half the story, the things I wanted to ask you.
Oh, next time.
God, hey, thank you. Seriously, will you come back?
Anything
Absolutely.
new on the
Yeah, what do
horizon?
you anything we need to push for you?
No, Dog with the Blog, Friday nights, 8:30. Emmy nomination. If you're a Academy
Voter,
member,
voter,
vote.
vote.
We'd love to win and be excited. Proud to be nominated.
For God's sakes, people, watch the Disney Channel and watch this show just to help me out of halfway house.
So we don't have to have them back.